play straight ahead. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they'll accept the miscue and take the yards. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Heads out on the bootleg. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix.
@Nigubot sente a link.
As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. How about this? It's a 2-0 ball game. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Putting the receiver in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd. Nix from the gun. Finds Dobbins with the dump off. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Time coverage for the Chiefs as they get prepped for this 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11.
Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Nix to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Kid, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the 2nd best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. From his own end zone, here we go. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Remigio with the return. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Run from Pacheco to start the half. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this third down.
Third down.
Fall down these two.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Check down complete to Pacheco. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
The Broncos take over.
First down now, ball at the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Jave. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
On third down, Chiefs going with a nickel. He's back to throw. Gets him on the in route. Picked up a good chunk, but they stop him shy of the first. It's fourth and short. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They're still in search of that first. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
A loss of 11. It's second and 21 at the 9-yard line.
And he fakes the spike. And this one is incomplete. A surprising time to break out the fake spike, but the clock does stop for them at least.
Incomplete. It's now third down and long.
Throwing now. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that's going to make it just about worst case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is fourth and long. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And there was no easy enough. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.
of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs!
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. And this isn't even going to be close, partner. The opening kickoff fails to reach the landing zone, so they're going to have to defend from the 40 to begin this game. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across.
Menu narration set to 100.
Line handing him a loss, first play of the game. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Operated from the gun. Here's May. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
First down. A gain of 27.
On the toss, it's Stevenson. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Nearly an interception on that play. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Incomplete. Jaden Hicks there defensively.
From the gun, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, 43, 15.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
180.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. May now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has this down to the 34. That goes for 32 yards. And that's a New England first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
And he's brought down at the line.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it off. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up fourth down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Bails out of the pocket quick. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He got away from a couple of defenders, but they just kept coming. This one's going to end in a loss, Brock. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
And maybe you lost track of downs. Who knows? We're both confused up here. Everybody in the stadium seems surprised, spiking it on third down. Matt Ariza on to punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Here's New England ready once again on offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Gotta find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They have it on 2nd and short. They go again with Stevenson. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
McDuffie on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd
And he's got a free play here. He's going to run for it. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Running it after the penalty. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Setting up the screen here for Gibson. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Pickup is 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Going play action, May. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
May now to throw on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
He's got the punt from well into the end zone. He's going to bring this out. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're driving them closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
6-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Yellow, yellow. Argo blue,
It's Pacheco again. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 16.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. Pushing it up past the 30. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Yellow.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. And with exactly 1 minute left to go, they've got some time, but they've got to work fairly quick. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And they don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game. Halftime, and we've arrived back to your scoreless. Now let's head over to our buddy Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in the EA studios in Central Florida. If you're a fan of offense, and I know many of us are, this hasn't been the game for you. Zip, zip at the half. A rare score where next score might win. Let's find out who can break through into the third quarter. To call it for us, it's our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up.
Incomplete. He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, because he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play.
Marcus Jones on the tackle. A loss of 12 brings up third down.
And maybe he lost track of downs. Who knows? We're both confused up here. Everybody in the stadium seems surprised, spiking it on third down. The Patriots running their offense out there. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
On second down, it's Stevenson. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots grab the lead on their first series of the half. DeMario Douglas with the touchdown. This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Borregales on to send it away. Remigio with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. A counter give here to Pacheco. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. He finds Worthy complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action, Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Finding Brown back-to-back plays. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquise Brown touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. A give left side to Stevenson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Stevenson with another carry. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
A give up the middle to Stevenson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Second down, they go back to Stevenson. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they stop him just in time. He's at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's another Patriots first down.
Stevenson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. Just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Patriots with it, currently holding a not-so-comfortable lead here. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Back to Stevenson. And the defense stands him up again right at the line. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's May. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Fails to find his running back. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Big moment here for Andres Borregales. A very short kick here from the right hash.
A 21-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal. Now Borregales on to send it away.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Or likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
The Chiefs offense has to take over. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Big gain downfield. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. And his kick is no good, and that could be a big one, Block. They fail to push the lead to a field goal, You know what that means. Now even more pressure on their defense. So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. Man, 1st and 10. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
A 49-yard gain. That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
May off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down.
3rd and long.
Breaks free in the center of the field. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short. Big moment here for Andres Borregales. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Remigio with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs trail by just 1. So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's out in the clear. 20, 15. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs jump in front late. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
The give-in, hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. It's on the end tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
13 yards.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3.
First down. First and 10.
Setting up to pass. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. Back to throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots have taken the lead late. The extra point wouldn't do much for them, so they're going to go for 2 and try to make this a field goal game. Here he is to throw. And he's got a man. Complete. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1. Just a yard left to go on second down.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's first and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Makes the tackle. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3. So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escaped. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots emerge as winners as we say so long from Kansas City.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Kickoff moments away here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's Steven Sims with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the third overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Darnold. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. 28-yard pickup there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Oh, the quick pass out wide. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Walker now from the gun. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Running back sent in motion. That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. Heads out on the bootleg. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
14 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Running left. Here's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on 1st down. More to come.
He brings it in. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Texans nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on the route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Right on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Stroud throwing here on 1st. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. A give to Mixon up the middle. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. He'll try to do it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Stroud off the play fake. He takes it himself. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stroud. It's caught. This is Kirk. And they bring him down around the 34. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another 1st down at the 34. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Running from the pistol, it's Mixon. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Mixon on the counter. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Stroud now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And now it's 3rd down. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
A 34-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Sims now on the return. Looks away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Jackson Smith and Jimbo. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Now an inside give to Walker. This is going to be down, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for us Seahawks. 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Look at that power, deep left side. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10, Darnold. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Catch made. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11.
Texans 3.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Damian Pierce now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Now it's Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Stroud now, 3rd and 1. Looking underneath here to Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
1st down from the 42. Here's Stroud again. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Had a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Barrios now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he picks up about 4 yards before they send him out. So 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Keeping it with Mixon. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 6-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st down. It's a gain of 6.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a small gain up to the 38. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
To the air, Stroud. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Jared Reed on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground again with Mixon. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp, because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Darnold. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. Shove here on 1st down. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now it's Stroud on the keeper. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. C.J. Stroud the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Stroud and the Texans looking to tack on 2 more.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, what an effort to bring in that short throw.
That makes the score Seahawks 14, Texans 11.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Sims now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They still have the lead, but that touchdown makes it a little close for comfort. So this drive a chance to get it back up to a 2-score game. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Running with Walker again. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
3rd and long. Here's Darnold. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Begins his return at the 16. Escapes the defender. And a nice strong effort there on that return to take us to the end of this quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock. You already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, Stroud. Connects on the crosser. Free inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This is complete to Schultz. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 4th quarter lead. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
Texans 18, Seahawks 14.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Running back sent in motion. Going on first. Here's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He keeps it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, You may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
10 yards on the pickup.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks losing by 4. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Completes it again to Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Setting up to pass. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still gonna need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Now to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Texans 18.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Out now come the Texans on offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First down now, ball at the 33. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun now for Stroud. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
3rd and less than a yard.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To throw. This connects with Schultz. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays with just 1 last snap. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Now, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
To the air, Stroud. Oh no, the ball is loose. And it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
One final shot here. This is for the ball game. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.